for the fury of those who are oppressed.
Oppressed people's nation. I'm only here for the people.
This nation talk. And check this out. I got a young Black Panther. Holla if you hear me. We done been dealing with these old Panthers. I got a young Black Panther. One that's from not Cleveland.
10-4, brothers. Let's start rolling.
I got a young Black Panther from Atlanta. Tell me your name. Say it for me, brother.
My name is IBRAHIM Ibn Abdul QUHHAR. And in Atlanta, I go by my Republican New African name, Yanga Nkrumah.
All right. All right, Mr. QUHHAR.
Okay. Mr. QUHHAR is my father.
All right, well, right now, you Mr. QUHHAR.
Okay, I can do that right on.
Give me Mr. Man, listen. Tell us, I know that, tell us first how you got into the Panthers. Like, were you born into the Panthers, or did you get into it later as you guys were adolescent? Tell us a little bit about the Panthers.
I think you hit it on the head. I was actually born a Panther. My father was the chairman of the General Council of the Black Panther Party in Louisville, Kentucky, a victim of COINTELPRO, Louisville 7. So my whole thing was, I was born into the Panthers. Now, my father, he was taken from us. Like I said, he was a victim of COINTELPRO, so he was incarcerated. So a lot of my early years, my father was a legend in the community. I would go into the community and people would look at me, and like you said, they call me Junebug Jr. Okay. We said, man, your father's a bad man, your father did this and your father did that. And so that was my first introduction. I think at one point in time, being so young, I didn't understand COINTELPRO. I didn't understand his incarceration. I didn't understand him going to underground. So as any young black man, I built up a little resistance, and a little animosity towards my father, especially going on the street and hearing all these dynamic things, and he was a legend and stuff. And that's hard to live up to. So, just from there, subsequently, I turned to another direction. And I said, well, you know what? He's doing the black thing. I'm going to do the street thing. Okay. So, ended up doing the, joining a gang and everything. Worked my way up through the ranks of the gang. Did a little time for a shootout, gang-related shooting. And here again, I had to go to my father, how bad my father is. Now, I'm in Georgia. Okay. And I'm sitting in Georgia, and I'm at a service in Georgia, and this brother just keeps looking at me, man. This brother's looking at me. And finally, the brother says he's from Kentucky. So I go ask, I say, man, you may know my father. And he said, who's your father? I said, Abdul QUHHAR. Man, that brother's hat went to spinning. The brother said, man, what are you doing in here? What are you doing here? I'm going to call your father. That's what I didn't want him to do, too. He's like, man, I'm going to call your father. So, and that was it. Coming home, I knew that I had to change. And upon coming home, just knowing I had to change, Brother Muhammad. And he knew my father. Long story short, to cut to the chase, after coming home, I realized that I had to make some changes. Called my father. He and I started talking. Came up to Cleveland. Like I said, I've always been a Panther. I was a little hesitant about the new Black Panther Party because of the things I had heard. But just getting into political education with my father again and everything, jumped right into it, and it was like second nature.
Okay. So, you're originally from where?
Louisville, Kentucky.
But you're actually located now where?
In ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. Been there since 15.